Hello and welcome to the weather update. It is almost 9:45 on June the 2nd, 2023, and we had a big line. We had a lot of thunderstorms to the north of us, nothing to the south. But just take a look at what's going on in Canada right now. This time it is Ontario and Quebec. Numerous wildfires just popped up over there. So, yeah, get ready for lots more smoke. But anyway, first, let's talk about these thunderstorms that developed. You can see they popped up to our north here. This is the satellite. You can clearly see it. Unfortunately, they really fell apart by the time they got to our area. Luckily, I don't see any smoke plumes from New Jersey, so that's good. And hopefully they're getting some rain out in Nova Scotia. But we have a lot more wildfires just fired up in Canada. So, yeah, we're going to talk about that. Let's go to the... Let's go to the radar. There's a lot to talk about. We also have Arlene to talk about as well. So you can see this is what's going on right now. Still some more storms up into New Hampshire. It looks like they're getting some more rain. So interior New England, good amount of rain. It looks like Nova Scotia's gotten some rain too. That's very good. But not much, unfortunately, for Long Island or Jersey. Just mainly the Hudson Valley. We'll do a radar rewind here. Let's do a radar rewind. So we're going to pick the radar, and we're going to go into the... We're going to rewind it here a little bit. Let's go to 4 o'clock. 3 o'clock here. So, yeah, you can see what's going on. So, 2:30. Yeah, you can see all the storms firing up over interior Connecticut, the Hudson Valley. There are a couple of strong storms. Some really severe, and then the severe thunderstorms warning started popping in eastern Connecticut and into Rhode Island. You can see some really strong cells here. This is 4:30, 5, 6. You can see that's a pretty. This was a warning was issued for this storm as well as this storm, and some more developed, and another one developed in northern Long Island, in the western Long Island Sound. Another little cell popped up over Hempstead, but it all kind of weakened as it got to Long Island, and most areas didn't see it, except western Nassau County did get a shower with some lightning. There was some lightning. I have a little video of it. There was a few intense lightning, there was like a bolt every like 3 or 4 minutes. It was very weak. And now we don't really have a whole lot going on. It looks like there's another shower up to our north there, but not a whole lot going on right now on the radar. If we look at the National Weather Service radar, you'll see here, we can look at the latest radar, and you'll see most of the actions up to the north and the west there. All right. Yeah. But anyway, air quality alert is in effect through 11 o'clock this evening. Again, we have a cold front coming through. Let's talk about the current conditions outside right now. You'll see lots of air quality advisories all across the country due to this wildfire smoke. And we do have some severe weather going on. It looks like a few severe thunderstorm and tornado watches and a few warnings in Texas. But other than that, that's the only area with the severe weather. Again, more rain in the upper Rocky Mountain area. And then we got to talk about Arlene as well. So, yeah, there's a lot to talk about here. Looks like there is a coastal flood advisory in effect from 7 p.m. Saturday to 1 a.m. Sunday. Air quality alerts in effect as well, as we know. So let's put the observations up on the screen here. And some of the warm and muggy out there. Let's see what we got. Temperatures generally around 73 degrees. So, yeah, it's pretty warm and humid out there. If we can look at the dew points, you'll see dew points. Well, dew points have dropped a little bit compared to what they were earlier. And that's because we're starting to see the effects of that cold front come through. So let's go to the ice slip. I can find ice slip. Here it is. So here's ice slip. 70 degrees at ice slip right now. And we got into I think we got close to 80 degrees at ice slip. It was into the 80s here. You'll see those dew points. Definitely, I don't know, it felt more humid than it was. I don't know. Dew points were worse earlier, and then they dropped later on. I don't know. Felt more humid here. One of those days where you go out and you got to take 2 showers a day because it's so humid. So let's go look at our high temperatures for the day. Obviously, temperatures generally are, kind of still kind of muggy out there. Let's take a look at what we got to for our highs. And you can see highs generally in the low 80s across. Looks like did break 80 at Islip, 81. As you head further west, 87. We're in the mid 80s here in central Nassau. Of course, if you were on the South Shore, cooler. Temperatures were in the around 80 degrees, and then they dropped into the 70s. However, it was still pretty humid. Looks like, look what, you got up to 90, 88 at Central Park. And Jersey was pretty warm too, 85 in Toms River, and then you go inland, low around 90 degrees there. So they had 90s in Jersey, except right at the shore you had more of a sea breeze. And then inland also pretty hot as well, 90s as well. So that helped give the energy to those storms. The heat and all the humidity in the air helped fuel the storms. And that's what we saw. And you can see it looks like we have a high surf advisory in effect for Saturday. Then we pull this out, just showing you all the high temperatures. I want to see if we can get all the high temperatures for the Northeast if we can. Cooler, you can see where the cooler air is, and especially around here, Nova Scotia. That air, this is the backdoor cold front that's sort of coming through, and will cool us off. Let's go to the lows. And the lows are not that low. You can see generally, but West Hampton could get down to 48. Everyone else was lows only around 60 degrees. And then look at that. Jersey got down to the upper 40s as well with some radiational cooling there. So let's go back to the climate site on the climate site. And again, there were, a couple of severe thunderstorm warnings. I will have to see if there are any storm reports from those severe thunderstorms. So Islip, the high was 80. Normal high is 73, so 7 degrees above normal for that. So we were 5 degrees above normal at Islip. Central Park made it to 91, actually. No, made it to 91 in Central Park. And that's 15 degrees above normal. So Central Park was 11 degrees above normal. So you see how the sea breeze did cool Long Island off. And let's go to Newark, where it was also 91 and well above normal. So, a very warm day, depending on where you were today. And, if you're on the South Shore of Suffolk County, doing better. But that's the one downside about Mineola that I cannot change, and that's hard to deal with now, is the heat. It is hot here. And you can see right now it's still warmer here than it is on the South Shore. It's much cooler. We've got upper 60s. On the South Shore, you can see, even in Suffolk County, upper 60s, but you can see the central Nassau area just holding on to the heat. So let's take a look and see what it was like in, we'll compare it to Rockville Center, and we'll see. Not going to show too many of these. 92, and you can see here, this thing says 92, it got up to 92. I don't know if I believe it got that hot today. I don't think it got that hot. You can see when the rain hit. Then we also have to show rainfall amounts. There's probably barely anything. So if we come here, compare it to Rockville Center. I don't think it hit 92 where I think it was more in like the mid 80s. Still 86, so I guess it got warm there too. But I guess they did get a sea breeze later. Cooled off when those storms hit. That's when the temperature dropped. But I'll tell you, I was on the South Shore. It wasn't that much cooler there. It was still kind of warm. The sea breeze was very weak. Very weak sea breeze today. So, sort of like what it looks like. I don't want to really go into this too much. The next thing that we got to talk about is Arlene, Tropical Storm Arlene. And this is what it's at, where it's at right now. Latest public advisory on Arlene. Arlene is moving south-southeastward over the Gulf of Mexico. Sorry, it's moving south-southeastward. So it's moving away from us, all right, that's unusual. Its location is 26.4 north, 85.8 west, about 240 miles west of Fort Myers, Florida, and about 315 miles north of the western tip of Cuba. Maximum sustained winds are 40 miles an hour. It's a weak tropical storm, moving south-southeast at 7 miles an hour. Minimum subsoil pressure 1002 millibars, 29.59 inches. And that storm is mainly the rainfall. Central and southern Florida peninsula. So the rain that's the main issue it's causing, is just a lot of rainfall, which of course we could use, but we're not going to see any of that. unfortunately. And again, look at these fires again. Just look at this. This is something. So yeah, there's a whole bunch. Oh my God, I've never seen. Oh my God. Oh my God, that's crazy. I have to go to the MODIS for that. I have to go to the MODIS for this. So again, this is the weather map. That's Arlene. There's your backdoor cold front. But we have lots of raging wildfires going on in Canada right now. And I think that's the main thing I want to spend my time on right now because this is something else. So let me pull up the MODIS satellite here. Oh man, this is really bad. So let's see. This just blew up today. It just blew up. So let's see. Yep, you can see them blow up right there. So you can't really see it too well, but you see them right here. There they are. And this is in what province? Let me get my labels here. Quebec. So now we have widespread wildfires going on in Quebec. So yeah, there's just no end in sight to the smoke. It's going to be with us for a long while. So now we have wildfires going in Quebec. That's really unbelievable. That's really something. So, and you can really see it even better on this satellite here. It's really something. We're gonna be in for a lot of smoke. Let's see. They have a Great Lakes one here. We have Canada, northern U.S., which is this one. And you can see all the fires going on. Got fires going on over here, too. Let's go this here. See if we can load this up here. Look at that. Wow. And you can see over here, too. So if I go to this loop here, the southeastern Alaska loop, you'll see the Northwest Territories also exploding. Oh, yeah, look at that. British Columbia has now got some massive new fires going. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. This is insane. I'm just speechless. I mean, this is unbelievable. I may have to make a separate video about these wildfires. All right, a separate video from this one. I think I will. Because it's such a big thing we're going on right now. It really is. I don't know how they got started. Maybe it was by lightning. Could have been by lightning. It's possible. We don't know how. But unfortunately, there's no loop for... all right, let's try Great Lakes. Let's see if it shows up here. I think we should see a little bit of it up here. Yeah, you can sort of see those fires exploding right there. That's unbelievable. That is unbelievable. All right, well, I'm going to have to make another video about that. All right, it's just so much going on. It's just too much. So let's close the Wonder Map. Let's go to Tropical Tidbits, and we'll go to the latest. We'll talk about Arlene for a little bit. Let's go to the latest satellite imagery on this as well. So we'll do this one here. Let's just go to Arlene here. Yeah, here we go. It doesn't look that impressive. I mean, that other storm that was... I'd like to see the visible loop, if that's possible. You know what, let me go to Gulf of Mexico. Yeah. Do this. So, yeah, there's Arlene. I wanted to show you what it looked like during the day. I mean, that other storm looked more impressive, and that didn't get a name. But just because it was attached to fronts, even though the core was tropical, it still should have gotten a name. But you can see it's moving. The main issue is just going to be the showers for Florida, the thunderstorms. Yeah, we need some of that rain here, and that's what they're going to be getting in Florida. And they're going to be getting plenty of rain from those showers and thunderstorms. And then this is the line of severe weather here in Texas. More thunderstorms and more rain occurring in places like Montana. And then again, we have these showers here. So let's go to back to the current storms here, and we're going to take a look at Arlene and take a look at the models here on this. So most of them seem to take it They have it turning east and then going just due east past the Florida. This is such an unusual track. I've never seen this before. This is because the jet stream's so out of whack. And then, yeah, it's going to be a weak storm, so I'm not really going to focus too much on that. I think the fires are the big concern that we have right now. So let's go review the models for the weekend here, and you'll see this front passes through. We have chances of showers and through the morning, but tomorrow will be dry, and then it does seem to want to now develop like a low pressure system offshore of Nova Scotia, but we're still going to be dry. All the rain from that is going to be over Nova Scotia. We're not going to get into any of that. At least it'll get to Nova Scotia and the coast there. So it forms a low there, and then it kind of has that low slowly pull away during the week, and then we have a northwest flow, and that's going to bring all that smoke down from Canada again. So get ready for another smoky week as we head into next week. All right, and I'm going to focus more on the weekend here. So as far as rainfall goes, I really need to go back to the weather service. I knew I was forgetting something. You can see barely anything. I really need to go back to the weather service because I've got to look at any storm reports that we have. Let's see. I don't know. Well, maybe we'll go over the storm reports. Let's see. Let's see if we have any storm reports here. Usually they put a link up, but I don't see any. Let's see if we can get any local storm reports. I'm sorry I'm moving slow. I'm just very overwhelmed right now with everything going on. All right, so trees down in Mount Kisco. So it looks like there has been some damage, as well as 1-inch hail in Middlesex County, Connecticut. And that definitely looked like that. I saw the white on the radar, and that had to be hail right there. So let's go back to our Wonder Map, which I shouldn't have closed, by the way. I can put it here. It's fine. Let's get some more rainfall amounts. I'm sure it's barely going to be anything. All right, let's see. Barely anything. 0.08 inch, it's like nothing. Even the area, some areas got hit. The ones that got hit, like parts of the Hudson Valley got over a half an inch of rain there. Now let's at the city. Parts of the city may have gotten a little. I don't know if I'm buying that 1.2 inches of rain there. It's possible, but eastern Queens there. But as you go into, you see it's scattered in nature. But some of the areas that got hit some of them got over an inch of rain. But not everybody got the rain. It was very scattered around. You can see that. Hartford, quarter inch. I mean, this is barely anything. Some of the areas got a little more. Jersey got nothing. Let me get a look over there. Parts of New England, some areas in New England got, Boston area got 0.72, but it's hit or miss. I'm kind of curious to see. All right, Maine got a decent amount of rain. It's good. Maine and New Hampshire and Vermont, looks like they got a decent amount of rain, almost an inch in many areas. Let's see how Nova Scotia did. I know that there's some sites here. Not a whole lot. Not a whole lot. Some areas got a little. Around Halifax, it looks like they got a decent amount, but there's a big fire burning in this area here that hasn't seen a whole lot. So we'll have to see. Hopefully they can get some more rain out of it. So that's why they have the coastal advisories, because of that coastal storm that the models are developing. So let's go to the HRRR now. It's just a lot of stuff to talk about, I'm telling you. So let's go to the HRRR. Let's go to the, you see barely anything. So dew points and wind flow. Obviously, we're in the muggy air, but the dry air starts coming in by morning. We have easterly winds. Dew points drop into the 40s. See the easterly winds there, and we stay with the northeasterly flow on Sunday with that low offshore. So it's going to be a little breezy. A little concerned about that wind because, again, how dry things are. Not much rain. We could see more wildfires develop in our area. Long Island and New Jersey, particularly. You can see the dry air there, and there's that low-pressure center that is offshore. So let's go to the precipitation. I should have showed that first. So you can see that's where the rain is. You can see it's over New England, but you can see there's that low, and it's trying to, but it's just to the east, so we're not really going to see any rain from that. But it looks like Nova Scotia is going to get a soaking. So this is very good news for Nova Scotia. I think the fires there will be out. So we'll address that, and now we got fires in Quebec. It's like whack-a-mole, you know. So let's look at our temperatures. It'll be a lot cooler tomorrow. So see tomorrow, you can see it's still pretty hot inland. This is a backdoor front. So Long Island, most of our area, we're going to be having trouble. We're probably going to be in the mid to upper 60s tomorrow. And then tomorrow night, we're going to drop back into the 40s. And then for Sunday, we'll see highs maybe a little closer to 70, but we'll be below normal for sure. All right. We will definitely be below normal for sure on that. So let's go to the skies, obviously not counting the smoke. So let's go to the skies here, and you'll see here, whoa, something jumped around there. So tomorrow we'll have a lot of clouds around, maybe some breaks of sun. And Sunday it looked like we were going to get rid of the clouds, but now it looks like we may have some of the clouds linger because that storm offshore, maybe less clouds in Jersey maybe from that storm. And then Monday you'll see some high clouds. But again, there's going to be lots of smoke, lots and lots and lots of smoke, all right? It's going to be really thick again. All right, so just because you're not going to see that many clouds, or you might not be able to make out the clouds in the sky, because I think there's going to be lots and lots of smoke. It's funny how the RAP was picking up on those fires. So let's go to the RAP right now, RAP smoke model, and we'll go to the vertically integrated smoke here. And it's funny, it's interesting how it picked up on all those fires flaring up there, or maybe it didn't. So it's not showing too much in the way of smoke for them. It is showing some smoke. This is the vertically integrated smoke. It might be underestimated. We may have to wait for this to get taken into the next run, perhaps. But I'm thinking that smoke from all those fires is going to make its way down. And we could have some near-surface smoke, too. Let's see if we got any near-surface smoke on here. Yeah, you can see it. It seems like it's being pushed off to the west, which is weird. I don't know. We'll eventually deal with that. It's because we're getting an easterly flow, but eventually when that flow turns north, we're going to be dealing with that smoke. Okay. So much stuff to do. All right. So let's... And you can see, again, these are these fires here. I don't see how we're not going to see the smoke from that. They just exploded today, these fires. So now we got fires in Quebec. So, yeah, it's just never ending. It's unbelievable. It truly, truly is. It truly, truly is. But anyway, let's go to some different models here. So we've got a few models here when it comes to the precipitation here. And I want to go to the NAM model next. Obviously, we don't have enough of the 0Z running, so I can use the 18Z run. And you can see it's showing a few more showers in the afternoon, perhaps a few sprinkles. There's that low. So a dry Sunday, and you can see it kind of pivots around there in the Gulf of Maine. So it definitely gives coastal areas in New England a good amount of some rain, but nothing, absolutely nothing for us. Lubkiss. It's not good. So cloud cover, obviously here's the cloud cover with the NAM, plenty of clouds, though the NAM seems to want to push the clouds away a little more on Sunday. We'll have to see what happens with this low that's developing offshore. It's really unusual to see. And it's really making it quite deep, too. And I'm wondering if we're going to be dealing with some kind of tropical effect here from this system. Do I have to go to Ventus Sky again? All right, I got Ventus Sky up here. Okay, let's do the Ventus Sky. We'll look at the wind gusts and see what this thing is going to produce, because it's going to kick the winds up. And this is a concern now for the weekend. So let's go over here. So we're looking at wind gusts for tomorrow here. And you can see wind gusts up to 25 miles an hour. The air is dry. Luckily, there's a little more moisture in New England, so with that rainfall, that'll help alleviate fire danger for the New England and coastal areas here in Atlantic Canada should be getting help. But for us, we're going to be in dry air, so we're not going to be seeing anything. So let's see this. Let's see what it does with this system here. Looking at wind gusts here. I don't think it'll become tropical that far north, but it looks rather intense. It's a deep low, and it's going to be kicking those winds up. And that's going to be a problem. Again, where it's raining, it's not, but we're not going to be dealing with any rain here. And this is the concern for wildfires. And then you have up here, of course, there's not going to be any rain up there either, precipitation. There's no rain up there. All the rain is over here. So, yeah, it's bad. It's really bad. It's just very alarming. And seeing everything is just out of order with the weather. Everything is not where it should be. Things aren't going the way they're supposed to go. Things aren't moving the way they're supposed to move. It's very alarming, and it's just all part of everything that I've spoken about with the climate crisis. You know, it really is. Let me go here. Just change this to regions North America. I just want to go to the GFS and show the jet stream. I don't usually do such a long weather update on Friday night, but because there's so much going on, especially with these fires, and everything's just weird here. Everything is just backwards here. I mean, look at this jet stream. The patterns are just all screwed up. Yeah, we have big troughs in the east, but I mean, the jet stream is completely messed up. So, but anyway, as far as your weekend goes, yeah, Sunday will probably be the better day on Long Island. We'll probably have more clouds tomorrow, but it won't be that bad. And maybe just a chance of a sprinkle. The main thing I think we're going to be dealing with is some smoke, and I think this is underestimating it. I think it's going to be a lot worse. We'll have to see. Eventually, we're going to get into this smoke. Let me go to that 15Z run, which is the longer run for this, and we'll see what happens. Because those fires, you can see a lot of smoke there coming from those fires. And we're going to get in some thick smoke. Here we are. It has a thick cloud of smoke over us over the fort on the fort, so that would be Sunday. So, yeah, we're going to get into this smoke for sure, I think. I think got plenty of smoke coming over here, so it's all over. I mean, Canada is on fire. Every single province is on fire in Canada right now. It's unbelievable. It really is. This isn't going to help us, Northern Atlantic. Oh, yeah, this will actually show it up. Yeah, this will, so you get a chance to see what all this conflagration going on here in eastern Canada. Let's take a look off to the right here. Look at that. Look at how it just explodes like there. That last frame as the sun goes down. Look. All Quebec. Look at that. There's like 10, at least 10 different major wildfires in Quebec right now. It's unbelievable. I've never seen anything like this. It's very serious. Well, anyway, I almost forgot to show you the pictures today that I took. I have a video with them as well, just show you the sky. So let's go over here. Here you can see the cumulonimbus here that we have. I'm going to probably make a video of it so you'll see some of the clouds that we saw in the sky today as those thunderstorms got close to us. Because I will have a video with that, and you'll see here. Look at the rain showers there coming. We had, like I said, some showers in the western part of the county, and then a really pretty sky, a very orange-looking sky. Like I said, I'll have video for you. I'll have a video for you later about this. But anyway, I think that is going to wrap it up here. And again, these wildfires in Canada are just continuing to be a big problem. And I don't know what to say. I just don't know what to say anymore. And yet. Stop. All right, this is a weather update. I'll make another video about the wildfires. It's just too much to cover in one video. It's too many different things going on. So that's going to be it. And again, I'll have another video for you tonight on the wildfires in Canada. I'll find out some more information about it. Have a good night. And it feels like we're in the end times. What can I tell you? The planet is just going crazy. Good night.